live. That happens so fast every time. I'm not always prepared. Okay. Oh, you guys are kind of high. Let me actually sync you kind of lower. There we go. Hello. I'm sorry if I am, my mic, it's bugging me. I got to get the audio right. But anyway, that's not what you're here for. Hello, I am Danyell Carmelita, your favorite astrologer and tarot reader. Today we are going to do the forecast of February for the collective. I am going to do an individual video for the rising signs, sun signs, and moon signs. But today, sorry, a little vanity there. Today is just the transits for the collective, and it is important that we know not just ourselves, because I know we are in a world where it's all about selfies and self, and me, but the collective, knowing the collective is important. Knowing what's going on in the world and the universe and going on with your neighbor and your community and your school and institutions, all that also affects you, okay? So let me start with the transits. And if we were okay, I wanted to put a picture up, but I can't. So the transits are, and this bugs me that I don't have a picture, but it's fine. Let me get over that because I wanted to do live. So the transits are, oh, someone's here. Hello. Okay, so the transits are, wait, I realized that I want to see if someone puts comments, and I don't know how to do that. Oh, hello, I see. Hello, thank you. Hello, beautiful and gorgeous to you as well. Okay, so let me talk about the transits of February. So February 3rd is going to be a sun in Aquarius. It's going to square Uranus in Taurus. Okay, what does that mean? First of all, I'm just going to say that I am fine. How are you doing? First of all, I want to say that I want to explain each planet. I'm going to try to move fast because I get a little wordy. I have a lot of Gemini placements, okay? And I really want to teach what I learn. That's what that means when I say that. But I want you guys to expect the unexpected, and that is February 3rd. The sun represents our self, our identity, our vital life, and then it's in Aquarius because we're in Aquarius season. And Aquarius energy is all about freedom, communication, intelligence. That's good. I'm reading the comments as I'm doing the video. It's a visionary. It's about the future. It's very humanitarian. And then now you have the sun in Aquarius. And so you aren't afraid to break the rules because Aquarius energy is about thinking out of the box. And oh, we have an Aquarius. I see you. So yes, you're very different. You think outside of the box. That's what Aquarius energy is here for. And innovative is also Aquarius energy, and also humanitarian, right? They are about the relationship of the world and not really about the one-on-one relationship like husbands and wives, usually, and that's the bigger just of Aquarius. Now we have Uranus, and Uranus is associated with technology, innovation, and discovery, and progressive. Okay, so and Uranus is in a sign of Taurus. Okay, so it's Aquarius energy in a sign of a Taurus. And Taurus is the energy of the physical world. It also represents money. It's grounded, it's logical, it loves routine, it's very committed to comfort. It does not like change. It's fixed. Aquarius energy is fixed as well. Anyway, so they're square. So, and then when you have Uranus and Taurus, that always is an impact on money. So this is a collective energy, you guys, okay? So money is going to be impacted in some way. Taurus is associated also with, when Uranus is in Taurus, it's associated with money, value, matters of financial security, and exchange, the exchanging of money. So we have it squaring. We have February 3rd, Uranus in Taurus with Sun squaring Aquarius, and expect The unexpected is what you can know about that. And square is the most powerful aspect. Hello. That's good. They're telling me there are signs, and Taurus is amazing. You know what? I love all the signs because they're here to bring balance to the world. So the square is the most powerful aspect between planets, especially when it comes to human reaction. Okay, and it's here to teach us something. It's very powerful. It's strong. When a square planets, when in a square, planets involved are naturally always in a sign that are hostile to each other. Okay, so Aquarius and Taurus, let's say they just don't get along. Okay, so that is what's going on when you have an aspect. I just want to explain that to each other. Aquarius and Taurus, these two planets, Uranus and Sun, because they're in these signs right now, they're not getting along, and this is going to affect us. So what is it going to look like? Like I said, you can expect the unexpected during this. There's going to be upsetting things. People are going to get upset. Because they're not into change. People don't want to change, and Aquarius is all about changing it, and Taurus is like, no, what are you doing? Don't change me. And then it's in the sign of Uranus, which is all about change. Under this influence, it could quite look like you will not follow your normal routine, that you do on a daily. So like, for example, if you wake up, you eat breakfast, you meditate, yada, 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 those things may be different. There could be disruption with your car breaking down. Unexpected arguments could be happening. I'm looking down and reading my notes, so I won't forget anything. So just be ready for that. And it's all about going with the flow of life, letting it be. February 3rd. Expect the unexpected. Just constantly say that and just flow with life. Let life flow. So if you are planning to go somewhere and you're like, why won't my car start? You got to let it go. Yes, you have to let it go. Let's see, relationships with other may be difficult that day, either because you have difficulty in contending with restrictions from one another, because someone might be more constricting than the other, and people want their freedom. All of a sudden, you're going to feel like you want your freedom February 3rd. Okay, so just be aware of that existing energy. February 4th is the next transit, and we have Venus is in Pisces, and it's squaring Mars in Gemini. So in a nutshell, again, Venus is in Pisces, and it's going to square Mars in Gemini. So in a nutshell, relationships are tested if they are not in a good place. So if your relationship is not healthy and doing great, it's going to be tested that day, February 4th. And if you are single, you may be, that's my person's month, but February 3rd. February 3rd might be some unexpected changes. So just be aware of that and just make sure your person who has their birthday that day is content. But February 4th, you may have some issues with relationships if that relationship is not stable. If you are single, you may be physically attracted by someone and thinking that that's the full attraction. Okay? So Venus governs relationships, beauty, what we think aesthetic-wise, our values, what we're attracted to in female energy. Pisces is ruled by Neptune. Pisces is ruled by Neptune, so it governs our creativity, our dreams, spirituality, even mortality is within that energy as well. And then you have Mars. Mars is aggressive. It's about the drive, energy, what we desire. It even can represent sexuality. And so now you have, and Mars is in Gemini, and Gemini is associated with communication and logic and conscious mind and curiosity. Okay, so they're squaring, and like I said before, they're not getting along. These two signs, Gemini and Pisces, they're not getting along. So now these planets are not getting along. Okay, they're in conflicting zodiac signs. Okay, I'm trying to make it understandable for people in the back. I have an Aries Mars. Oh, so you move fast. Okay, you are kind of like Kanye. Okay, so you do things without thinking, because Kanye also has a Mars in Aries. Okay, so let me talk about what this looks like for the collective. It's going to arouse interest in the opposite sex, okay? Everyone's going to be highly sexual that day. But it is an energy that may cause discord, especially if you have hidden tensions in a relationship. Relationships are going to discover what ego tensions are currently happening. The ego is going to be a big deal with that. Desire for a nice, easy relationship, because you have the Venus, is sometimes hard to balance with the assertive Mars, right? So Mars is going to want the desires in an urgent matter. It's going to want to rush it. And oh wow, Venus and Aries too. Okay, if you are not currently in a sexual relationship, like I said earlier, you're going to be oddly attracted to someone's physical attributes. So that happens that date. Now we have February 5th. February 5th, we have a full moon in Leo, okay? And I think I'm going to do a separate video just on that alone because it's amazing. It's going to be interesting energy, and I'm going to also say powerful and amazing, okay? But we're going to add the word interesting. The full moon in Leo marks the beginning of a new cycle. This is a full moon that urges us to strike a balance between romance and friendship. Leo, it's all about the one-on-one connections with relationships and romance and creativity. And it's going to strike a balance between expressing ourselves in a personal and impersonal way. Okay. Leo is a very proud moon. So there's that energy when it comes to emotions. It's fixed as well. So it's kind of stubborn when it comes to emotions. Yes. So, and Leo is not really about, they're not about the team. Okay. Leo energy is about the I, and then you have whenever there's a full moon, it's opposing a sun. So now the sun is Aquarius, and Aquarius energy is all about the team. Okay. And Aquarius energy is all about the social. Remember, I said it's about the world. So they're all about the team. They're very friendly. They're not into one-on-one relationships, where Leo is all about one-on-one relationships. So there's going to be emotional balancing with that. Okay. Now, whenever there's a full moon, this is a time to release and relinquish. And also really working on your spiritual practice during a full moon, and charge those crystals as well. Okay. And I Leo represents strength and courage, and they're not scared of conflict. They're very brave. That energy is also representing when it comes to Leo. So during this full moon, okay, you are going to have a conflict of people wanting to be a team and you wanting to be the individual. That's going to happen. What else is going to happen? It's time to express ourselves and let things out of our systems. Over the coming weeks, we will discover that what we really need for ourselves. And what else do we have? Okay, it's going to square Uranus, adding some rebellious and unexpected, premature and abrupt energy to what we need to reveal in life. So get ready for that. Now, it's going to affect fixed signs more than anything. So the fixed signs are Taurus, Leo, Scorpios, and Aquarius. So that those people will be really affected with this full moon. However, it is a collective energy. So be, aware. Every time there's a full moon, I am emotionally feeling it. So just be aware. It's a good day to journal too, so you can really know how this affects you. Also be aware of being with others when you're in a full moon. Whenever there's a conflict, I find, this is a full moon. This is why there's conflict. Anyway, okay, so February 9th, I need to move faster because we're only on the 9th. February 9th, we have Mercury conjunct Pluto, and they're both in the sign of Capricorn. And in a nutshell, this transit signifies a time for very intense mental activity. I'm reading the comments. I see what you're saying. It's very intense mental activity, persuasion, and consumed with one useless random thought. So either you're going to be very mentally strong or you're going to be obsessed with one useless random thought. Okay. So Mercury is all about communication, intelligence, memory, and transportation. And then we have Pluto. Pluto is represent transformation. Death is a word, but I like to say transformation because nothing really dies. It really just transforms. And then you have, it represents your subconscious below the surface. It likes deep things, okay? Nothing superficial. That is the energy of Pluto. And then you have it in the sign of Capricorn. And Capricorn is very ambitious, disciplined, and structure, okay? It's conjuncting. And I want to explain what that means. And they're both in that sign, Capricorn. And what does conjunct mean? And conjunct is when two planets are in the same degree in the same sign. Okay? So it means that there's intense concentration and expressive, creative expression. With this. And it could be a little negative. Okay? So your thinking and your communication with others it's going to be intense and penetrating. During this time, you're going to have a strong desire to get to the bottom of every question. So if you don't want to be bothered, don't talk to anyone that day. Superficial answers is a good time to research that because you won't get them. You're going to be into solving anything that's superficial. And I am a Scorpio moon, so I love that energy. You can influence others if you need to through communication because you're going to be very strong with your words and you're going to be able highly focus on persuading others. Now, but don't be shady. Okay, we're not trying to negatively persuade, okay, because when people are aware of that, that's going to flip on you real quick. You may encounter a problem let me see. Okay, there's going to be a mental struggle in which you may be either the victim of someone trying to persuade you or you may be the one doing it. Okay, so be aware of persuasion that day. Let me see what else we got. Oh, like I said earlier, you're going to be preoccupied. You may be preoccupied with just a random thought. And it kind of reminds me of like my mom was just so obsessed with, she gave everyone these pajamas for Christmas and she was so into the buttons. She was like, why aren't the buttons the same? Why are they different? And she called this family member, is your buttons brown? Are your buttons brown? Well, Danyell, what color are your buttons? Because your aunt said her buttons were this and she didn't even know why. And it makes me think that's the energy. You're just going to be wasting your time on something that's just so useless. So just be aware of that. That's on the 9th. Now, February 11th, we have Mercury is entering, which is also called ingress, entering the sign of Aquarius. I'm sorry, I am a natural teacher. So you hear me throwing out vocabulary, and this is why I'm trying to explain everything because I want to teach you guys how to fish. Okay, I just don't want to fish for you. And over time, when you hear this repeatedly, you start to pick it up and know it. Okay, so Mercury enters Aquarius. It's at home here. Okay, it's going to be in the sign of Aquarius, February 11th to March 2nd of 2023. You will have the ability to look at life from different angles and gain fresh perspectives. Don't we love that? You're going to be hungry for knowledge. And thank you. Someone just said, I look good. I'm good. Thank you. And says they love me. Thank you. You're hungry for knowledge and open to new and original ideas, which is very Aquarius energy with Aquarius season. It's going to be amazing. I just find that everyone's going to be highly intelligent. Okay. Like I said, I explained what Mercury energy. Did I explain? Yes. It's about communication, intellect, memory, and transportation. Also represents social media. So that's going to be really fun to watch that day, February 11th. Everyone's social media is going to either be really unique and they're going to be able to express what they are trying to visually push out and push that day. And they're going to come in a different way when it comes to social media. So that would be great. And if you're into, first of all, I want to say that all the planets are direct. So this is a time of clarity, which is very fitting during Aquarius season, because Aquarius is all about clarity and knowledge and intellect. So you guys, whatever you want to achieve, this is a time to achieve it, okay? Because all the planets are direct. And when I say all the planets are direct, I mean that no planets are in retrograde. Retrograde sets you back, it slows you down, it makes you rethink whatever you're trying to do. But now all the planets are moving forward, okay? And so whatever your intentions are, go for it. Do it. Do not hold yourself back. There is strong clarity during the month of February. So especially during Aquarius season. So this is a time for everyone to push their goals. And, I know I'm running off a tangent, but I just want to get personal examples. But I was even trying to do a project, and I thought I had to do the whole project. And once the planets got direct, it hit me. I woke up and I was like, wait a minute. I could just do little by little and, release that project every day. And you'll see what that is in a minute. And not in this video, but you will see it. But I was just thinking I had to just do it all before I release it. And that's what I'm saying. The clarity of that is going to come, especially when it comes to your goals, and especially when it comes to your ambitions, especially when it comes to your passions. It's just amazing energy. Okay. Like I said, we're going to be able to look at things in a fresh perspective. Like the example I just said, we're going to be hungry for knowledge. And I love that because of my Mars in Gemini and Venus in Gemini. I'm attracted to very intelligent energy, and I love learning, and I love talking to people who are very smart. But if they are not making sense to me, then it's like, okay, you're saying words that are your jargon is too beyond me. But if I am able to comprehend what they're saying and I'm learning from them, I love that energy. So the energy for the collective is everyone's going to be have hunger for knowledge. Our communication and thought patterns are going to be spontaneous, because that is Aquarius energy, right? And it's also Gemini, Mercury. Gemini, we are going to be reasonable. We're going to find it easy to separate intellect from emotions, because Aquarius energy is not emotional. So it's very positive. I find it very positive. And this is going to be all the way from February 11th to March 2nd. Okay, so next we have February 15th. This is the day after Valentine's Day. And actually, this is the real Valentine's Day, okay? It's all about love during February 15th. I'm a Cancer sun, so this is very romantic. If you are going to celebrate Valentine's Day, maybe you want to celebrate it on the 15th, because Venus is conjunct Neptune, and they're both in a sign of Pisces. So what does that mean in a nutshell? It is at its highest when it's comes to spirituality and love, okay? There's going to be a total lack of selfishness. So people won't want to be selfish. You're going to want to actually care and love others. You're going to care about the person that you care about. You're going to want to do for them more than you do for you. So it's very loving energy. Venus, I said earlier, it's about courtships, relationships, what you admire, aesthetics. It represents your values, relationships with finances, with material possessions. And it's all about pleasure. Venus as well. So it's all about like self-care, that kind of energy, very feminine energy. And Neptune is the planet that's all about psychic ability. It's all about spirituality. Oh, that's good. I love Cancer energy. It's all about intuition, Neptune, compassion, and it also is the home of dreams. Okay, so, and it is ruled by Pisces. And like I said, Pisces is Neptune. Okay. Everything that I said about Neptune is the energy of Pisces, okay? And because Pisces is ruled by Neptune. Now, it's conjunct, like I said, it's the two planets have the same sign and the same degree, and so that makes it very intense and stronger. And it's positive because they are agreeing and it's going to work. At its worst, you might be disappointed in a loved one who do not live up to your expectations with this unrealistic first place energy. So there might be an awakening for some people who are like, I want to take care of you, and they may not be the one to take care of. Because Pisces also is very like, they believe the surface. Like if you tell them, sarcasm kind of goes over Pisces energy. If you're saying something that's sarcastic, they just believe that surface level because I don't want to say Pisces energy is naive, but that is kind of like the gist of in it. They're daydreaming that will happen during this day. Also, you're going to be very creative and artistic. If you're into being creative, energy on the 15th is going to be very creative energy. And like I said, you're going to feel the need to not be selfish. Okay, so February 16th, we have Sun conjunct Saturn, and they're going to both be in a sign of Aquarius because usually conjunct means the same sign. Okay, so yes, so we have the Sun conjunct Saturn. So on this day, you will turn your attention to your duties and responsibilities. It's all about structure this day. Those tasks that you want to be done will be done. It will be fulfilled. Obligations will be filled that day. But what is real and what is just imagination is also a theme of this day. And you may feel isolated and alone. That could be happening with this energy. Let me see. And let me explain Saturn. Saturn reflects wisdom, discipline, and karma. The sign shines light on areas in life that you may need a lot of growing up to do, right? So now you have that with Aquarius and you have it with the sun. The sun is very bright, so it's definitely shining light there. Duties that you need to get done are going to be taken care of. But if you're into just your imagination, that might throw you off. These duties may be more imagined than real. So the duties that you think you have to take care of might be more in your imagination. So be aware of that. Many people assume that this demands of Saturn will deny you satisfaction and gratification this day. But that's not necessarily true because people think Saturn as a doomsday planet. In fact, what you accomplish today may have more lasting significance in the long term because it's all about long-term energy. So the little seeds you plant that day will be for the long term. It's excellent for organization planning for you that day. And you maybe even want to organize the people around you because it's an Aquarius, which is all about friendships and all that. Physically, this transit can signify a time for low energy. So be aware of your energy that day. Emotionally, you may find it hard to relate to people under this influence because, like I said, Aquarius energy is not emotional. Okay, they're kind of really detached and aloof. And when you have that energy, you really don't care about the emotions of others. Okay, so just be aware of that. Next, we have February 18th is Sun enters Pisces. It will officially be Pisces season. And that's going to be from the 18th to March 20th. And in a nutshell, Pisces season is we are less motivated to do things that we don't feel are right. We're going to go with our feeling and not really logic. Imaginations and dreams are going to be big during Pisces season. The need to withdraw and retreat to restore your energy is going to be strong at this time. I say during Pisces season, it's a great time to go to the water, be by the water. It's a water sign. And Pisces, again, is ruled by Neptune. Like I said, it's all about imagination. It governs our creativity, spirituality, mortality, illusions. Pisces rules empathy, selfless, love, devotion, and wisdom. Yes, and it's very elusive. Okay. And you may feel there's the energy of feeling like you are the victim. Okay, that's the downside to Pisces. Let's see what we have during Pisces season. Manifestation will be big. What will be will be. You will be more about let the energy flow with the universe because you're going to be connected spiritually during that. We may not always be able to verbalize and express our feelings during this energy. What else do we have here? Travel would be good, like I said, to water places, like a lake, a river, a spa, a hot springs, right? That would be great. Pisces season will most impact Pisces and Virgos, okay? Because Virgos is the opposite sign, the polarizing sign. Relationships and friendship drama, you don't have time for it during the month, during the season of Pisces. So, don't deal with that drama during that. Yeah, and it's all about keeping a low vibe, a very spiritual vibe. Yes. Okay. So now let me take a sip of tea. So now we have February 20th. We have a new moon in Pisces. It's in 1 degree. But the new moon in Pisces marks the beginning again of a new cycle. It is a new moon. And the new moon in Pisces is a good time to commit to personal goals and express the positive energies of that sign, which is fish. So more like a leap of faith kind of energy. New moons are a time for manifesting, rejuvenation. If you have a lack in your life, then this is a time for the collective where you want to feel that energy. So whatever you're lacking in, manifest it during the new moon. So if you're like, I want to be more organized, manifest that in a new moon. I want to focus more on my friendships, manifest that in a new moon. I want to focus on self-love, manifest that through the full moon. And you can do that through journaling, meditating, praying, all of the above. Okay, do all of that and revisit that. I'm sorry. Revisit that during the full moon. Okay, so so what do we have for that new moon? It's a good time to commit to your personal goals. I said that. Things don't. Okay, these include taking a leap of faith, accepting imperfections, so things don't have to be perfect, especially during a Pisces new moon. With the potent Pisces energy, we have the chance to make important changes in our life. The major bodies are all going to be direct, like I said earlier, and you have the feeling of moving forward. With this Pisces new moon. This new moon is separating from the alignment with Saturn, suggesting a sense that we have our responsibilities in mind. Okay, so going to be aware of our responsibilities, but that we are also picking up steam in faith and inspiration. So there is a sense of responsibility and a sense of, it's almost like using your right and left brain at the same time. Spirituality and structure combining together. Venus is at the very end of this sign of Pisces, and it will enter Aries within minutes after the new moon, suggesting an ending in any type of social or financial department that could have power and drive our new beginnings. Okay. This is going to affect mostly mutable signs who have a 0 to 5 degree immutable signs. And immutable signs, again, are Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces. 20 to 7 degrees is going to affect fixed signs, which are Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. So look at your natal chart and see if you have any of those signs with that degree, and it's going to affect you wherever that full moon is in the current chart. It's going to affect you. I will do a video on the new moon as well. So February 20th, and I just have 2 more transits, so bear with me. February 20th, we have Venus enters Aries, and in a nutshell, it offers us all a chance to make a fresh start when it comes to money, love, and self-awareness. Old patterns and lackluster relationships have no place here. Okay, Venus is going to enter Aries, and it's all about spontaneous love and being very direct when it comes to our relationships. Now, I already explained what Venus means. What does Aries mean? Aries means it represents the mark of a beginning. I don't know what's wrong. Let me drink. Sorry, I need to drink. I missed that comment. There was a comment said and I missed it. Aries represents the mark of the beginning. It's very energetic. It's very turbulent, high energy, very competitive, very ambitious. Okay. And loves to win. Okay. So we have Venus in Aries. And what does that look like? It's all about the chase and getting things in a fiery, bold, fresh, when it comes to the matters of the heart. And we don't look back with the Aries energy. So you won't be interested in anything dwelling in the past when it comes to when it comes to your relationships. Aries is known for love, for the chase and the conquest. Okay. They don't want to stay in a long lasting relationship. They love to chase the relationship. And that is going to be, you're going to be into chasing anything with aesthetics, anything with beauty. It's all about chasing and conquesting it. Aries prefer to seduce rather than being seduced. So that is going to be the collective energy. That's going to be very interesting. While Venus is in Aries, we have to gravitate to Aries-like activities, pleasures, pastimes, and objects of interest. Our taste can be veered toward action, new entrepreneurship, conquest, courageousness, daring acts. That's what that's going to look like. We're going to be very insistent, strong, and very short-lived because Aries likes it fast. It doesn't want to linger. So that's when you have Venus in Aries. February 22nd, this is my last transit. And then I'm going to do a tarot for the collective for the month of February. So stay tuned for that. I should have said that at the beginning. I apologize. But February 22nd, we have Mercury in Aquarius. It's going to trine Mars in Gemini. Okay, so what does that mean in a nutshell? Good time for mental work, mental hard work. You'll want to speak your mind. Okay, my Scorpio moon doesn't need any of that extra energy, but it will be happening February 22nd. This is a good transit for public speaking. So if you have any plans to do something publicly, you want to let it be known, this is a time you are able to dare more and take greater chances with this energy, not only in your words, but also with your thoughts. And it just makes me think, because I have a Mercury in Leo, I'm fine with that energy already. Naturally, I have that energy. But this is for others who don't. So here we go. Like I said, Mercury is about communication, intellect, transportation, knowledge, memory. And I explained Aquarius being out of the box, moving forward, moving up, future. Now let's talk about Mars. So Mars is a planet of, again, action. I think I explained this. Energy, action. Yes, I did. And desire, right? Sexual desires as well. And Gemini is associated like what the Mercury is. So what does trine mean? These two planets are trine. So we have Mercury in Aquarius, and then we have Mars in Gemini. They're trining. And that's when two planets are separated in an angle of 120. Okay, whatever. This is because they're sharing the same element. Whenever they're trining, they're sharing the same element. What is the element that they are sharing? Quiz. They're sharing air. Okay, so February 22nd, they are trining because they are sharing in the same element, air. So this is a good time for mental hard work. Energy, you're going to have energy to get over a difficult task. I love this energy. Okay. You will not be easily discouraged by stupid obstacles. Okay. That's not going to affect you. You will also want to speak your mind. Like I said earlier, for those of you guys who are a little shy. Okay. Libra energy. This is a time to speak your mind. This is an excellent time for taking some action that depends on impressing someone with your ability and confidence. So if you want a raise, this is a time to be bold to get the raise. That's what that energy looks like, okay? If you want to say, I want to volunteer, I want to step up, I want to move on, this is what that looks like. Even if you don't choose to assert yourself, you will defend yourself. And your views to anyone who criticizes you or tries to tear you down, you'll be strong. So this is amazing. It's bravery, really. This is a good transit, like I said, for public speaking. The plans you make today, which is the plans you make on the 22nd, will be much bolder and more innovative than usual. Okay, so it's very strong, courageous energy, and your perceptiveness is no greater than usual, but you are more willing to believe what you see. So, we naturally limit ourselves, and I don't want to say naturally, but people limit themselves, and it's all in your head. But this day, what you're going to see is not going to be something abnormal, but you're going to be able to see it in a way that, like, you know what, I can get through this, I can achieve this. So that is basically the energy of February in a nutshell. Okay. Also, you guys, I'm about to do the tarot. I do a newsletter every week. I already sent that one out, but I am going to go over the horoscopes, and I put all my YouTube videos on my newsletters, and I go into detail and explain it more, and you get it also before everyone else. So click the link for my newsletter. Also, I do a free reading once a month. I do a raffle for a free reading because I do believe in what I'm doing is for real. Okay, I am here to heal the collective and the individual. I am not here for money. I know that is the goal for a lot of people, but this is God's gift. God's given me this gift of psychology and healing, and I am really good at it. Okay, I'm not tooting my own horn. I am tooting God's horn. Okay. I am good at what I do, and because I am good at what I do, why would I take that away from people who do not have the resources for it? So, hence the free reading that I do. I also do free readings on lives, just so you know. You can hit me up on different social media platforms. I do free readings as well, but there are people who want to pay for services because they want to be more demanding and more detailed, which I get that as well. So just so you know, that's what that's for. Okay, so I'm going to do a reading for the collective. Let me see what we have for the month of February. Let's see what we have for the month of February for the collective. Ooh, I like it. Okay, so first we have the Six of Swords. And the Six of Swords is all about moving on to calm waters, leaving this negativity behind. Yes, it's all about harmony and relationships. And February, again, it's Aquarius season during February. And then we're also dealing with Pisces season, which is all about spirituality. So Aquarius season is about friendships and the world and humanitarian. And with the Six of Swords, I see the collective moving forward from some negativity, from negative friendships, negative relationships, and not using their emotions, because the water represents emotions and the water is calm. Okay. So in the month of February, sorry, I bumped the mic. In the month of February, there is movement towards calm emotions. And then the swords represents our logic. Like I said, there's a lot of days and transits that are very about clarity and communication, being bold in your communications, and the swords are all in the boat, y'all. Okay, so she taking her clarity, her communication with her. It could be a male too. Okay, I'm just, I like to address everyone as a female. But that is the energy with that card. Next, we have the Queen of Swords in reverse. And this is the energy, I feel like I said, there is going towards this calm waters, but then there's also the energy of people being off balance with their mentality. And this is a collective. So you may be okay mentally, but you may be dealing with people who are off of their throne. Okay. They're not sitting on their throne. They're not communicating well. They're not using their logic. They're not thinking before they speak. This energy may be happening also during Pisces season. There is an energy of not using the clarity, right? Because Pisces season is all about spirituality. Forget any logic. Who cares if it doesn't make sense? God has sent us this sign. The universe has sent us this sign. I don't care if it doesn't make sense to you. So that is the energy that you get as well. And then with both of those energies. So I'm thinking that one is Aquarius season, and the other, oh, I didn't show you guys the other card. The Queen of Swords is in reverse. And I'm thinking this energy is Pisces season for the collective. And then when you have two of them, right? Let me put this one first. So you have this one, which is Aquarius, and then we have this one, which is Pisces. And what is going to be the outcome of Aquarius season and Pisces season? Pisces season, which is all about what will be, let it flow with the universe. What is spirituality telling me? What are my dreams telling me? I don't care if it doesn't make logical sense to everyone. I understand that there's lack of clarity, but I'm going with what God is telling me. I'm going with my psychic abilities. And here is the last card, and it is the Fool. And this is a new journey. And it's not literally a fool, but this is someone who is starting a new journey. So with this Aquarius season leading into Pisces season, the outcome is going to be a new journey for the collective. The collective is going to be starting anew, starting a fresh thought, starting to be able to say, okay, I'm going to use both of these tools, because in the bag of the Fool is all the tools. It has the Swords, which is for clarity and communication. It has the Cups, which is for compassion and nurturing. It has the Wands, and the Wands is about courageous and spirituality and creativity. Then you have Pentacles, which is all about being structured and resources, physical resources, okay? And you have, and home and family. So you have all that in the bag to start your journey. So the collective is going to learn from these two energies. That's going to happen. Also, too, I did a numerology video. If you guys click that, I'll try to link it down below because I'm going to save this video. But look at the numerology video. There is a transition for the collective, a spiritual transition, and it's going to be deep contemplation spiritually for the collective. Anyway, so this goes with that, with the month of February. Now, you guys look out for my next video. I'm going to do the horoscopes, for the zodiac signs for the month of February, but this is the collective reading. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for staying and watching. Bye.